Hi everyone, and welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews. If you don't remember who we are...
I don't remember who we are.
I'm Daniela.
And I'm John.
It's been a while. Human life, filmmaker life. Human life, filmmaker life. Hope everyone is well.
Excited to get back into the reviews.
Yes, our first review is, of course...
The Wedding Veil Expectations.
Feels like an appropriate one to do. It's been a minute, Avery and Peter, we've missed you.
I actually did miss them, and you know, it was nice to get back into their relationship.
Yes, the veil don't fail.
Oh, well, you know what?
I love it.
There's 2 more to go after this, so
We'll see how we feel after that.
Yeah. So, what's this one about?
Avery and Peter try to keep their romance alive while renovating their old but beautiful house. Avery has some exciting news to share with Peter, but can't seem to coordinate both of their schedules to find the perfect and most romantic way to tell him. Meanwhile, an unexpected second side romance between Avery's mother-in-law, Grace, played by Karen Kruper, starts brewing when she reconnects with her former fiancé, much to Peter's concerns about this new man's intentions. Between that and navigating the pressures of having a new boss at the museum, Avery is lucky to count on her 2 best friends, Emma, played by Autumn Reeser, and Tracy, played by Alison Sweeney, who are always there to offer support.
These just fly wherever they want, whenever they want, all 3 of them.
Must be nice.
That is the common theme within these Wedding Veil movies, is these girls just get to do whatever they want.
Yes, frequent flyer miles, is that what they call those?
Oh,
Do we have those here?
We do. Something like that.
Yeah, some
Aeroplan?
equivalent.
I don't know.
Yeah. So,
So, what did you think of The Wedding Veil Expectations? Was it as good or better than the OG Veil?
what did we think about this? Initially, I had concerns for this sequel. You know, I enjoyed the first one so much that, you know, inevitably you can't help but think, well, you know, maybe you should just leave it there, don't touch it, it was great, no need to revisit, leave it pretty on a shelf right there.
Yeah, but you know what? It being like one of the most successful Hallmark
It makes sense why
series,
they would do
yeah,
this,
there was no chance that they weren't going.
But you know what? I was wrong. You know, a few minutes into this one, and I was sucked back into Avery and Peter's world.
Me too. I did have concerns as well, but I was taken back at how fast they turned this trilogy into a sexology?
No, hexology. We don't really know.
I think it's sexology.
We don't know what you call 6 movies in a series.
Yeah, it happened pretty quickly. I mean, basically 1 year to the date of the first release, and they already managed to release the same amount of films that it took George Lucas 28 years to do. Granted, these don't compare to Star Wars, and nothing does. But it was impressive regardless. My big worry was whether or not they could keep the series interesting. After all, only 2 of the first 3 were any good to begin with.
Well, okay, so the pacing was great. The cinematography at times was beautiful. The writing was witty and funny at times, granted also cheesy, but you know, that's to be expected. And there were definitely a few moments that were quite touching and very sweet. You know what, I thought it was as good. I thought it was as good as the original one. It was the perfect little package tied up in lace, a lace bow.
Yeah, this one more than any of them felt like this was a proper sequel, actually. Like, you know, we got to follow up with their relationship. Going by the name of the movie, we knew it was going to be about a baby.
Yeah.
And, you know, all I was thinking immediately was like, are they going to make all of them pregnant?
Yeah, that's the question, right?
Well, I guess we'll see.
We'll see, but okay, but did you think there were too many storylines? So you got like the money pit house, the mom dating again, the pregnancy, the new boss, and then of course, the veil and the history of the veil.
I mean, I actually don't. They needed to inject a lot more into this movie to make us care. Like, you know, the first one was engaging, but not everlastingly engaging. I loved how they kept the magic of the veil alive by introducing the love interest for the mother.
Yes, and I was quite excited for that storyline because I loved them both.
Yeah.
I loved Clark. I loved that actor.
Yeah, no, he was great. And you know, they did it in a subtle way, but it fit.
You know what I like about Hallmark is that their movies are very self-aware. You know, they know what they are, they know what they aren't, and they tread a very fine balance of entertaining audiences, trying to be inclusive, and upholding their values. We're not to expect anything more than that. And when we do get a little unexpected surprise, it's that much more great. I think. And this movie knows that it's very pretty and perfect and offers just enough tension to make things interesting, but not like too much that it'll make you feel stressed out, like all Hallmark movies, really.
Pretty much. There was never going to be anything dastardly.
No, definitely not. And of course, we're going off a nostalgic feeling here because we're already familiar with these characters and we like them and we want to see them. And to be fair, I liked it less the second time around because we had rewatched it. It was great, kind of in the background, but it really didn't keep me engaged.
Yeah, I definitely won't be going back for a third watch, but I'm happy with what we were given.
Yeah.
Now I'm just more interested to see which veil will prevail out of the three. Because the first set, it was very obvious that the second one was kind of a lull. I'm wondering if it's gonna follow the same path.
Yeah. Well, why don't we talk about performances?
Sure.
I thought Lacey was great here. I actually saw a lot more range in her than I usually see. It could have been because she's pregnant, so she's got like these hormones, so she needs to kind of be up and down.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I appreciated it. She's the standout for me here.
Yeah, it's hard for me to not see Lacey as the standout in any movie she's in.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
Even if the movie's not super interesting, she's definitely the most interesting person. I liked her few sort of pregnancy-fueled freakouts.
He is making it impossible to do my job. Oh, and the house is upside down. We're trying to finish it in time. And did I mention I'm having a baby? I'm sorry.
All wrong. I can't even find the words. I can't find the words to say anything these days, or the time or the place to say it. And you know what? There are some things that just really need to be said.
Yes.
Which,
funny.
Felt pretty real. And, she has at least had one baby. So.
Some really nice moments that I liked was her reaction to confirming her pregnancy, because they had previously gotten pregnant before, but then that didn't work out. So this time around, it was confirmed she was pregnant, and it seemed very genuine and sweet. The happiness, the tears. She was on the phone with her doctor.
It did, but when I think back to it, it also seemed kind of a little forced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was expecting more drama. I was expecting more drama with either Peter being angry that she told the girls first, or that they figured it out, or just there wasn't really any drama. Even in the movie, they kind of
there was just enough, right?
Just enough, yeah. But even in the movie, they reference a few times oh, let's not fight, or we just had a fight. And I was like,
that's a fight?
That was a fight? Really?
It's a Hallmark fight.
I know.
That's a Hallmark fight.
I guess there's only so much fighting to do when you got millions of dollars and
not a worry in the world.
150-year-old house. If that's the biggest stress you got.
So Kevin McGarry, yeah.
He was better in this one. The accent was still there, but it wasn't as
He's finding
pronounced.
his groove with it, I think. He's getting more comfortable with it. It sounds more settled in.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, is I think it should have sounded more settled in the entire time.
Well, yeah.
I think we were listening to somebody else's comments on the movie, and they said something about anybody that has that thick Bostonian accent, it's usually people that are working class. So it doesn't actually fit as well for a super rich dude to even have it.
Okay, that's a really good observation then.
Yeah, I think that was Girls Gone Hallmark. Thank you.
He looks great.
Yeah, he's not hurting there.
I always feel with him that I want to see more dynamic range. I don't know if that's the right term. I know that's a photography term, but in his performance, I want to see more range. You know what I mean?
With the men in these movies, we don't see a lot of range. The men are usually very one note, and even if the women are one note, they need to perform more of a range. But we just don't get that with many of the guys, and especially not Kevin McGarry.
I know. I like him, so I want to see him really flex that muscle. Well, literally.
He's very likable, and he doesn't really have to flex too many other muscles to be likable.
I just hope that he gets to do that eventually.
I'm sure we'll see something.
I really liked the end credits scene. That was great with Avery and Peter. We got a little character breaking there, I think. Lacey's laugh seemed quite unexpected, I think, and maybe just super genuine.
What did you first notice about Peter?
His accent.
Seemed very, very genuine.
A more genuine laugh.
And they were talking about the accent.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because the question was, what's the first thing you noticed about him or me or whatever? And she's like, the accent. And then they both just lost it and started laughing. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Seemed pretty genuine. Let's talk about the British guy, the executive director.
Yeah, he plays the side douche.
Always.
in like so many movies, but he's always like sort of likable. His name's Oliver Rice.
Oliver Rice, yeah. He always plays that snooty, bougie kind of guy so well.
Yeah.
He's actually British, right? Pretty sure.
I'm not even gonna look that up, but he's got it. Right?
He was great. I also really wanted to see more of Fiona Vroom.
Oh yeah, after seeing her in Three Wise Men and a Baby.
Three Wise Men and a Baby, loved her. She's Avery's assistant in this one. Well, actually, she becomes the executive director's assistant, really. I think she's fantastic. I think she's very naturally funny. She's also a little bit quirky. Yeah, it would have been nice to see more of her, or let's just see her in a leading role soon in a Hallmark movie, really, right?
That's another thing I think is going on with Hallmark right now is like they're introducing a lot of like cameos and other stuff like that with maybe younger actresses and actors, but we are going to need to see some new blood, especially with certain people leaving and Hallmark upping their production like they do every year.
Yeah.
So it's actually refreshing. I'm hoping we see her in a lead role very soon.
So we've kind of changed the next section up a little bit this time around. Not only Nit Picky, but Hit Picky.
Ah.
How's that?
I mean, good and bad.
Good and bad.
Nit Picky, Hit Picky.
We always try and focus on the positive, even if the movie was absolutely awful, and there are some awful ones.
Oh, for sure.
We always try and find the good, and I think we're kind of known for that, I think, you know?
So
let's get to Hit Picky, Nit Picky. Hit Picky, Lacey was killing it with her wardrobe.
Yeah, her outfits were adorable. Like
So
pretty much
cute.
every single one of them.
Every dress.
Well, you know, show a
I
little
like that.
reel
I
of
don't even
them.
wear dresses, but it's like, I would wear that.
Actually,
it's really nice.
Yeah, she also had 4 or 5 costume changes within the first 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember that
Many.
and being like, holy crap, she's just winging through them. But
Just to show them off, I guess.
well, yeah, and she looked great in them. I loved the clothes.
Yes.
But in that same breath, that being Nit Picky and the Nit Picky being, it didn't really pay as much attention to her shoes.
Those heels, like it was unreal. Like her shoes are always too big for her.
Like, I don't know if she has small feet. The costume department did a great job above the ankles.
It's not exactly a fashion statement, but
But I mean,
shoes?
the
No.
shoes, no. It looked like she had just raided mommy's closet.
Exactly.
And she was walking around and
Yeah.
yeah.
Peter, Peter is so rich. He comes from family money. Like, was he really that concerned about the house renos? He seemed to be really over the top annoyed by it. Like, I could see that being annoying and stressful if you don't have money to cover it. And sure, granted, even if you did have money, it's annoying that you even have to spend money on it. Sure, I get that. It just seemed like he was more concerned about the cost.
Well, I mean, I
don't know, maybe I read into it too much, but-
This is the other thing. Maybe like he doesn't want to take his mom's money. His mom really had the fortune. He probably got left some
course,
inheritance and whatever. But you know, money's money. It's still, if $100,000 that you didn't expect to spend comes up, and it's like the thing is they were dropping in the movie, like with the house, like a crack in the foundation. That's a big deal.
Is that?
Yeah,
Maybe I
a
just
crack in
don't
the
know.
foundation. That's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's
Oh,
like.
I mean, I get
That's
it.
why.
Okay.
That's why he said in
All
that
right.
scene. He said in that scene, it's like, let's just find a new house. So you might as well. People that aren't loaded would just find a new house. There's nothing you can do for that. That's not an easy.
Okay,
to
fine.
patch.
There's an explanation there for
Yeah,
that.
please.
And then we mentioned this briefly in our introduction, but man, it must be nice to be able to travel anywhere at the drop of a hat. Like Emma and Tracy, like.
I mean, all of them. They just like this whole
Well, in
series
this-
was
in
just
this
about
particular
like,
one.
well, my girls need me, and they're just like bat signal like.
Yeah. Do
They're
they
just
not
there
have? They have
immediately.
jobs. Do
They
they
have-
not have bosses?
They have jobs and husbands, and you know, maybe they're just trying to get these out of the way before, like, I don't know how many more of these they're gonna make.
It was
before
just
there's
a,
kids involved.
It was
because
just
that
a
makes-
must be nice. It was just a must be nice, I think.
Well, I mean, you know, every Hallmark movie must be nice.
That's true. So let's talk about the writer and the director. The director was Peter Benson.
He did not do the original.
No, that was Terry Ingram. Other directing credits include When I Think of Christmas, Just One Kiss, which is the Broadway one that we love.
Great one.
I think he directed a few episodes of Mystery 101.
Oh wow.
That was like, out of those mystery shows, that was like our favorite.
That is the one. Yeah. the
Palaha.
101.
The Palaha.
The writers here are the Berg sisters, Judith and Sandra Berg, and they wrote all 3 of the originals.
Yeah.
But in the teleplay is done by Karen Berger. That's a lot of Bergs.
A lot of Bergs.
No relation. Obviously, it's just random. Yeah, Judith and Sandra are from the original Wedding Veil films. But Karen Berger's other writing credits include Romance and Style.
We didn't like that one.
No. A Kiss of Hanukkah. I was okay with that one.
I prefer the other,
And-
which is.
and Love Lights
I
Hanukkah.
love that one. I love that one.
Yeah.
All right.
So, did this hit or miss the Hallmark for you?
This was a hit. you know.
I mean, they would have had to go pretty far, Miss, for us
It would have
to
had to been
consider this
really,
a miss.
really bad.
Yeah, this would have had to be really bad.
Yeah.
And it was mostly just good.
Good, it was good. As I like to say, it wasn't a hard hit, but I know you don't want to go there. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see how the next two fare up. Do you have any predictions of which one's going to be the best?
Well, if we're going with what happened last time, I believe we liked the third one the best. Yeah.
Sweeney and Webster stole the show last time.
So I have a feeling they're going to come out swinging.
But just barely last time. So I'm wondering,
I don't know.
hoping.
And then the worst was the second one, the Italy one, which you wouldn't have thought.
I think that one was hard because it's also an Italian actor who's not used to working with his people. There's a whole
but
new
it wasn't
sort
even
of.
him that I was having issues
No,
with.
I know he wasn't the issue, but you know.
It was the right. I don't know. There's something about that middle one that the writing was not at the same level as the other two. Because it's the middle one. It's suffering from middle child
Maybe.
syndrome.
I mean, but at the same time, when you look at the middle one from the last series, it actually had the most history and the most important writing. It just didn't convey it in the way that
didn't
was
work.
exciting. Yeah.
Didn't pan out. Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to our list.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we were gonna change this, but we're just gonna motor on.
I know we didn't have time to revamp things like the way we wanted, but
We tried.
we will try and get to some sort of huge revamp soon, if it's even needed. I don't know, guys.
Yeah, I'm not
Let us
sure. We
know.
really
Is
just
it even
wanted to get
needed?
back into it. We actually reached out to one of our biggest fans, Daniel Holloway, and he gave us some. You know, one of the things he said was, "I like Hit or Miss Hallmark the way it is." I was like, "Okay, well that's adorable. I don't know what else to
Which
do."
is
then.
so nice and amazing, and thank you for that. Why don't we get to our list?
Let's get to the list.
Yeah.
Promotion or deadline?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deadline was the show, the Lace show, because that's when they
okay.
were going to be trying to sell off
Oh, yes, okay.
the veil painting, the Amici.
Career-driven lead, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All around. A big misunderstanding. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Yes.
I mean, she had to lie to the restaurant owner about buying a minivan. Like, just,
That was a bit weird.
yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, just trying to make a special
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, but that was, what other big misunderstandings, though?
Peter misunderstanding, thinking that her mom's new love interest might have
Was
been
a gold digger, but he's not.
There's a
Okay,
lot
yeah,
of big misunderstandings in this
okay.
one. Yeah,
Change of heart.
absolutely.
Yes,
I mean, I would
definitely.
say Oliver had a change of heart. Sorry, what's his name? Oh, whatever it was.
Yeah, the British,
Brit.
I forget his name now, oh my gosh.
He eventually
he had a
changed
change
his
of heart.
Or he had a change of pocket.
Yes. Peter had a change of heart for his mother's love interest, for Clark.
Yeah, there's lots of
Yeah.
those. I mean, you know, multiple storylines mean multiple things on the list.
Change of heart about the house.
Yeah, there's lots. Tons.
Yeah.
Someone gets dumped, fired, or dies.
So I initially said no, but you know what? Grace, Peter's mother, actually dumps Clark at one scene.
That's true.
Temporarily.
That counts. That
counts.
absolutely counts. Ding.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah. Second romance subplot.
Of course. And I think that's going to be a subplot of all these movies because you know,
Definitely.
they need to keep the veil going.
Yeah.
I did find it weird that they kind of started introducing like this baby smock thing or the baby christening gown. I was
christening
like,
gown, yeah.
What's that going to do? Is that just going to make everybody pregnant? It's like, no, we can't have any more magical garments.
Was there an actual legacy with the christening gown?
No, I think they were teasing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it was kinda
Good.
stupid,
Because then
yeah.
that would be a bit much, I think.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
A proposal or wedding?
Definitely.
Wouldn't be a wedding veil movie without a wedding at the end.
Yes. Travel issues.
No,
No.
there's no travel issues.
No, in
Just
fact-
get on a plane whenever the you want.
Exactly.
You're
What a breeze. Oh my gosh, no
it
issues.
could not have been easier.
Yeah.
Selling the house, business, or farm?
I don't think so. Not selling. Just someone new coming in and maybe taking over. But
Yeah, it's
that's
too.
not selling. Yeah. Big city, small town transition.
Negatory.
No. We're in Boston.
Yeah, and this whole series never goes small town, actually, which is, you know, they're all big city people. It's like Chicago, New York.
Well, maybe the third one might.
Maybe. Are they doing Destination?
I think so. Aren't they going on their honeymoon? Maybe. I don't really know.
Don't you?
The almost kiss. No. We're all kissing here.
Yeah, no. No.
Ex-fiancés, new husbands.
No
like,
sequel. No sequel does the almost kissing. And mad dash to the airport. Go get her.
No.
No,
No
not
need for that
necessary.
either. We're already established
Yeah,
here.
maybe like a courier to the airport.
Driver.
Drive her to the airport.
Rich.
Anyways, that's our list.
Guys, let us know what you thought of the wedding veil expectations. Was it a hit or miss? Sorry. Was it a hit or miss?
Did it hit or miss the hallmark for you?
Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't.
And we'll see you back in just a few days for the Wedding Veil Part 5. What is the second one? The Wedding Veil...
Inspiration.
The Wedding Veil Inspiration.
Get inspired.
Inspirations?
No, inspiration.
Inspiration.
Think. Well, we'll sort that out in the next video.
So, thanks for coming back, and we will see you back very soon.
Bye.
Bye.